Another day, another dollar. Welcome to 555 Barbershop. It's the spring, and it's tax season. The grand stimulus of the hair industry. These are the good times. The days of sitting around until 6 o'clock are long gone. During these times, a barber can expect about 12 weeks of consistent business, 12 weeks of growth, 12 weeks of continued prosperity. The excitement of spring is in the air, and everybody's coming around to get a haircut. Even the ladies. That's correct. The ladies. Contrary to what most people think, a considerable amount of my clientele is made up of females. More and more women are entering barbershops for bold looks, and personally, I like it. While men have a tendency to be conservative, women are eager and willing to explore new ideas, and as an artist, it inspires me immensely. Because us barbers, we get tired of repeating the same haircuts. It reminds me a lot of jazz music. A long time ago, jazz music was the music of young people, much like hip-hop, trap, and drill music is today. Jazz musicians were very talented, but they got tired of playing the same notes over and over again just to make people dance. They wanted to push their musical abilities beyond the confinements of a song, so they began playing amongst themselves, pushing their instruments way outside of the box. And as a result, a new genre of music came to be known as bebop. That's the chaotic music that comes to mind whenever the word jazz is mentioned. In retrospect, us barbers that are sick and tired of doing the same things, are we creating something new? A subgenre of barbering, for example, where the haircuts we provide are real expressions of art and not just functional utility haircuts for everyday use. To you viewers who are watching, do you think that could actually happen? Would you patronize barbers who create their own haircuts? Not the usual haircuts, their own styles, their own looks, their own designs. The way jazz musicians create their own music today, and the way fashion designers create their clothing. It's happening already, in fact, with a few barbers in the industry. Enter the genius of Franco Faded It. At the barbershop, he works alongside me, and whenever he's unoccupied, he keeps himself busy watching sports. A lot of barbers do that. It's a good day, however, for Bert Wildstyle. He's got clients back to back. Bert's wearing a special vest that allows him to wear his most important tools on his chest. So instead of pausing to have to go back to his station for this and that, he's got everything he needs right in front of him. It's Tuesday, the slowest day of the week, and the best time for customers to arrive. But as usual, few customers take advantage. This customer did, and as a reward, he gets Franco's undivided attention. Enter my new apprentice, Certified Jordan. He's still in barber school, but he comes by just to watch and to get a feel for the shop. It's healthy for the whole crew, and I appreciate that he comes to visit. This gentleman here is my client, and I got him under the dryer, but we'll get to him later. The barbershop has picked up pretty decent for a Tuesday. That's the advantage of tax season. People spend their tax return money, and that stimulates the entire economy. They buy cars, they buy clothes, they take vacations, purchase electronics, and they get haircuts. And while all this is happening, the weather's just perfect, and everybody's excited. Everybody's thinking about just how good the summer's gonna be. Everybody feels the vibe, especially us. Franco's using clips to hold up his customers' hair. A lot of guys, especially the younger guys, they don't like cutting the top of their hair anymore. It's arguably the most popular trend in America today. With haircuts like these, a barber feels like he needs 5 hands to do a haircut, the other 3 hands to hold up the hair. So instead of constantly having to wipe away hair, Franco uses clips. Smart move. To make his lineups look 3-dimensional, Franco uses a pencil. Barbers love it because it adds another level of freshness to the haircut, and customers love the attention to detail. Tools of the trade. I got a lot of them, and they all have different personalities. Whenever I feel dejected, I purchase something for work. It renews my spirit and keeps me in the game. As you guys can see, the shop is probably a little busier than we can handle at this point. So, enter Certified Jordan. A chance to advance. I believe that no business is complete without the proverbial line of customers. In short, a line of customers attracts even longer lines. It worked for Walmart, it worked for the Jordan brand, and it works for every nightclub in the world. A line of customers also reminds the customers of the business's quality. And as a business owner, I'm aware of all of that. That's why we got rid of the appointment system. If we still worked by appointment, the barbershop would be dead, and passerbys would see an empty shop. Not a very attractive look when you're trying to attract more business. During tax season, a Tuesday at the shop feels more like a Friday. For a barbershop owner, whenever the barbershop gets packed like this, it's extremely gratifying. Remember this gentleman? He's the guy I had sitting under the dryer. At some point, we both decided to pioneer the idea of wave setting. And because he's allowing me to perfect this skill with him, I don't charge him for the extra service. Traditionally, I always cross my fingers before I take off the wave cap. His wave pattern is unique compared to everyone else's, and I've been on a quest to master it. Through trial and error, I discovered that his hair pattern in the back grows to the side and not straight down like you would normally think. Today, I decided to set his waves in that direction to see what would happen. So here's how I did it. After the haircut, I washed his hair and brushed his hair to find the direction of the waves. Next, I applied mousse, a whole lot of it. After that, I brushed the mousse through the hair with the grain of the hair, and then I sat him under the dryer for 20 minutes. That whole process alters the lineup, so after the dryer, I go back and fix it. The trimmer I'm using is the 38 Super by Caliber. Currently, it's my #1 finishing tool. I have these zero-gapped 2AT. In other words, they're pretty sharp, so I gotta be extra careful with these. So with a light hand, I reinforce those lines. The evening is here, and the guys are starting to wrap things up. It's usually during this time that a barber makes a mental commitment to go home. Home. Home to his loved ones. Home to a plate of food. Home to rest and relaxation. That's all a barber's thinking about at this time. But the customer never understands that. It's during this time that customers show up the most, but the barbers are tired. Instead of trying to get it all in one day, only to be burnt out the next day, they pace themselves so that they can work every day, consistently. In barbering and in life, consistency wins the game, not intensity. If you enjoyed this video, press like and subscribe. And if you'd like to learn more about my ideas, purchase my book, How to Become a Six-Figure Barber. I'll link it out in the description.